Today we'll talk about Java 8 features and tomorrow maybe we'll start Spring Boot. Like not Spring Boot, like maybe Spring Core and Spring MVC and remaining part. Okay. I think so. Core Java we have completed course content. I think so. I didn't send you guys. Maybe today I'll send you course content. What we can teach you guys. Okay. Maybe where is that download? That download. Oops. Okay. Okay, this is the course content might be. As of now, we have done this, OOPS concept and all. See, this is a powerful stack. I already talked about this and all, but anyway, one by one, I'll teach you guys. And see, coming to the core Java, we have done all core Java JDK basics completed, OOPS concepts completed. This advanced practice also did. Java collections complete, list queue and error list remap and all. Exception handling, IO streams also completed, reading a file and Java threading completed. Now we are talking about Java 8 features. Once this Java 8 features completed, then we are jumping into the Spring Core and Spring MVC. Okay. After that, Spring Boot and REST services. Spring Boot and REST services. This source course content maybe today I'll push you guys. We'll see how it is. Okay. Now what we will do, we will talk about Java 8 features. Okay. What is Java 8? Previously, what happened? Also, many people are using. Okay, very less version of Java. What is that Java version they might use? Okay, they might use Java 5 and all. Okay, Java 5 or Java 7. Now Java 8, they have added so many features. Okay, because Java 8, almost 80 to 90% people are nowadays they are using Java 8 only. But so many people they migrated into, Java 8 to Java 21 now. Because Java 8 features only some people are not using still. Java 8 features are, they have added, maybe one by one I'll tell you, they have added date and time. Previously, what happened if you want to date, right? What we need to do first, actually, string s is equal to date you're taking. After that, we have to format, date format. T is equal to new date format you have to do. After that, what is the date format? For example, 10, ours is for ours is DD, YY. Right? That is a day and month and year. Right. For example, some other country might be they have a DD, YB. Some countries they might add like DD, YYYY. Like that they're adding. Right? This and all actually we need to convert previously. Okay. Now in while using Java 8, they have added into they added the date, okay, date, local date time. Okay, they're adding some called local date time. There is a one future they're adding LOCL local D local date. D is equal to no local date LOCL local date dot now. Now is a method. Local date is an interface. What happened when you're writing local date D is equal to new local date, current date automatically we will get. Previously, if you want to get the current date, what we need to do, this and all we need to do. You have to change, you have to get the date and all the things we need to do. For example, current date, I want to get the current date. Uh, then we can use local date, date is equal to new local date dot now. Now means current date, current timestamp if you want. You can get the current timestamp. There also one more interface they are adding local time. Time is equal to local time Okay, instead of I'm writing properly, local time is equal to local time dot now. That means what? Current date, current timestamp will get. See, whatever the local date is an interface, local time is an interface. I already told you. Please listen my previous sessions. Class, if you know very well class, interface, abstract class, overriding, overloading, loops anyway, I thought. These four concepts, you're a great developer. Great developer. That's the reason what I mean to say. Please go through my previous videos so that you can understand what is a class, what is an interface, what is abstract class, and what is overloading, overriding, and loops. How to iterate the data. See, this is interface. Interface, right? If you're listening my class, maybe play interface is a fully unimplemented structure. Interface has only abstract methods. It does not have implemented methods. And interface have only one type of variable. Interface does not have a constructor. Okay, interface cannot create an object. You can create a reference. See, you can create a reference. You can create a reference. How to create that? You can use interface.get now method at time now. Now that is what actually you will get a time. If you want to date, you can use local date time. If you want to time, local time you can use. Okay. If you want to time, you can use local time. Now I want both. For example, some might be asking, right? They want date, right? The date they want, time also they want. Now date time. Date. For example, if you want to particular time format you want, that time what you need to do, date time formatter. Okay, date time formatter f is equal to date time formatter dot of pattern. You can use a date. What date format you want, dd, yy, hours, hh means hours, means minutes, seconds. If you are giving this way, then that particular time it automatically changes to this date and time format. Okay, that is a one more feature they have added it. Okay, for example, I want to particular method I want. Okay, particular month I want, particular date I want. Then also we can use. Previously you can use like different way of writing. Okay, now if you're using month I want, month month is equal to. Okay. Now, if you want to, now what we need to do? Local date time is down. Local date time is right. This time have a month method. Time dot get month. City get a month. You can get the particular month. What current month? What you'll get? That will get it. Again, I want like day into day equal to which day that is. Then this time is there, right? This time again have a get a day of month. That particular month you'll get. Okay, seconds you want into seconds. Then what happened? Time dot or maybe local time. You can local time dot, maybe local date time. Sorry, local date time. Okay, local date time dot. What happened? Get a get seconds method is there. This way we will get the all the different of types of dates and date formats. But previously they have designed different way, but now they have changed all the things. They have added interfaces and classes. I'll tell you like I'll create a one example for you guys so that you can also understand how they are like getting the data. Okay. Now this is the IntelliJ to develop the code. IntelliJ to develop the code. Now what I want date example. Don't write date and all because already Java, if that date are using, it won't support. They'll get some kind of exception. Date example. Now right? Public static void main. PSVM you can write enter. Now what happened? First example, local date. See, local date, it's coming from the local date, it's coming from the what? Java.time package. When clicking on this, see import java.time.local date. This will import from the which package? Time package. Java.time.local time package. Okay. Now what we need to do? We can do the date equal to local date is an interface or class. See, if it is interface, whenever you're creating a new keyword, you're adding a local date, see, local date, then you can consider as a class. See, it's not working. That means it's an interface. Now clicking on that, that means it's an interface or abstract class. Can click on this one. Control, you can click. What is this? It's a finally class. We can create an object. Okay. Then what is this? This is a finally class, it seems. So they're implementing some other methods. So instead of what they are doing, this finally class, this immutable class. Okay. Then how to create an object of this class? Then what they are using? Because when you are calling a new keyword, it will call the constructor, right? Then what we need to do? Local date time dot what now current date you want. Now we'll get the current date. How to get the current date? Now I can print this too. Okay, print this current date. See, date. See what is the current date we got? We got current date is 2024 9 and 02. See what is this? Uh, this is the month. This is the year, and this is the year. Sorry, this is the year. This is the month, this is the day. See, now we are not writing this way. We are writing in a different way. How we are writing? Reverse way we are writing. We have a date first, Indian, date format. Okay. Date first and month first, month second, and year last, right? But it's coming as a, some different time format. Okay. Now we can change that also. Now what we'll do, you will get a current date, current time you want. For example, what is the current time? Local time equal to local time dot. You can check now method what it will give and off method what it will give. Your choice, whatever it may be. You can check now method. What is the time it will give? You'll see. See, time is 8:25, 24. This is a minutes and this is a milliseconds. Time 8, 22, 21 minutes, 22 seconds, and this is a milliseconds. That way it will give you the time. Now I want my local date and time. Okay, date and time. Now what I want, one more they're adding, that is a class only. Date time for date time format or date time, local date time. Local date time. See, local date time is local date time, something you can give some reference variable, anything you can give. Local date time. That now, what is the day and time give for you? You need to previously we have to mention what is the uh, date format and all. You don't do it because automatically it will give for you the current default date format. See, date is given and also time also given. This is the three classes for using. If you want only date, local date you have to use. If you want day and time, then local only time you will use local time. If you want a date and time, you can have a one more class called local date time. These all are immutable classes. If you're clicking on that, see, these all are immutable classes. That means we cannot extend this classes. We can create an object using, constructor, or we can call those methods through class name because all have a static methods. In the static methods, this is a class we can call directly through class name. I already told you that. Okay. Now, what we need to do? See, my format is different. Indian format is different. I want to change my format, date time format. Then I want particular date. Now, how to get that? Now, what we need to do? First, anyway, we already now date time format I need to change. The date time format. See here, date time format is there. This date time formatter, we can take it. First, formatter is equal to, well, date time, date time formatter. Instead of that, we can call directly date time formatter dot off pattern. Off pattern is there. See off pattern. Which pattern you want? See, for example, different time zones will be there. Then which time format you want? Then you can use off pattern. This off pattern, what it will do? It will ask you one string. What type of format you want? Then you can type it dd yy. Okay. Like that you can add it instead of then space hh. That means hours. Means minutes. Then cases means seconds. Now we want this kind of format. But previously what happened? Previously we were saying it's a month. Here actually first I don't want to that because we are into Indians, right? Now what we need to do? You have to format region. That formatter we need to pass. Okay. Then local date time. Local date time what? This is the time. Local date time. Local date time dot local date time dot format. See, we have a format method now. This is a format. Format method input what they're expecting. See, date time format they're expecting. Now what we need to do? We have to pass this format to this guy. Now what happened? Now what you'll get? You will get a string. That what is the format return type also you can go. Okay, format return type is string type. Okay, then hmm, then we can add like that and like that str you can give. Now what we will do? Now we can pass this str. What it will get? You'll see. See, in our Indian date coming there, see 2/9/2024 08/26/42. This is the what actually we have to change this way. Previously, right, date format, file format, so many things we need to convert actually. But now they are giving all the methods. We can get okay, what is the date, what is the month, what is the time, and what is the time format also we can change. See, easily we can change date type format we are using date type format that of pattern. They're getting the pattern you can send automatically. You'll get this. This is the what actually one feature they have added. Okay. Now we'll go ahead with the second feature. Okay. Uh, One by one we can go. This is the one feature. Now second feature, maybe I can tell you that is a theory only. But anyway, I'll tell you, practice we can't tell that. Second feature, what they have added. Internally, for example, I want to call one method. Okay. Second feature is memory change. What this memory change? Basically, I think so. I didn't tell you JVM memory, how they're expecting or how it is. JVM basically what happened, Java virtual machine. Right, JVM, Java virtual machine. First, what happened, JVM? First, whenever the load the dot class file, this is the dot class file. Whenever the dot class file loaded, whenever you're compiling and running, right, that time dot class file will be generated. That class file will be loaded into the JVM using BSC, Bootstrap class loader, system class loader, Bootstrap, Bootstrap class loader, system class loader, BSE, extension class loader, extension, extension, system, Bootstrap class. Whatever this cache loader will load into this file, and after that, what happened? It will separate it. Static is the first. Static, whatever the fields are, values are loaded into the first remaining instance variable loaded into second. After that, we have a JIT, just in time compiler, JIT, just in time compiler. Now, how to execute this? We have a keyboard. You're giving a command, execute it, then destinate a command. Then after that, what is there? OS native code. Operating system, we have no Windows operating system. That it will generate the operating system can accept only what? Zeros and ones, right? Then this is converted into the byte code, and JIT will execute your code. How to execute your code? In JVM, we have a 5 registers is there. One is heap area, method area, method pool area, stack area, register area, register area. Why they are categorizing this? For example, heap area. All objects will be stored into the heap. Method area, for example, method is method pool area. More than one method will be there in the method pool area. Stack area, all maybe you can say static fields and all variables will be stored into the. Then register area, where it is storing. Where object is storing into the heap area. Method is storing into the method pool area. More method storing method pool area. For example, variables will be stored in the stack area. All will be there in the register. See, when you're going to the office, right, they have a registry. Hey, this guy, what time is coming, what time is ending, right? That and all will be there in this, right, in the registry, right? Same thing, only registry area will be there. Then what is the advantage of this? For example, I'm telling you, go to your home, please bring your 10th class book. How much time it will take? You might take so much time because 10th class bit where you thrown you don't know because you have completed BTech or MC or MTech. It's very difficult to find out in your home only. But that is the system how to find out where it is there in object, where it is there in the method, where it is there in the variables declaration, all the things. That's the reason it's a categorizing like library. If you go to the library, for example, now you can't find the book in your home. You go to the library. I want second semester BTech CSC book. Directly go to the rack and get it right. It's very easy. I think if you're at home, maybe 10 hours or 20 hours it will take. Library, just 1 minute only, you'll get that particular book where it is. Because you have a library, there it is there. Same way in JVM also it will do this kind of things. And after that, what happened? In that memory is there. In that memory management. Now in the memory management, how they are using? They have a anger generation. They have a water generation. They have a string constant pool area. This anger generation, water generation, what will happen? This anger generation, one more called standard memory, standard memory, standard memory, and survivor one. Surveyor 1 and Surveyor 2. Surveyor 2. Surveyor 1, Surveyor 2. Now what happens? Whenever its object is creating for you, you're creating the object. Now whenever you're creating the object, where it will store into the anchor generation, object 1, object 2, object 3, object 4. Once it's filled this surveyor 1, it will flush to the surveyor 2. Whenever surveyor 1 to surveyor 2, if you're flushing, what happens? They'll check any cleanup activity you want me to do or not. Any cleanup activity you want me to do or not. How this is? This is how Java it will. Java have four types of cleanup activities we can do. Reassigning the reference variable. Reassigning the reference variable. What does that mean? For example, we have a string s is equal to hi. You're creating an object. Now again s is equal to how are you? How are you? Then what happened? You're reassigning the reference variable. This hi object is eligible for garbage collector because you're replacing your hi to how are you. That is a one. And one thing, it will check, okay, anyone is doing this kind of things. Then I'll remove this object. What is the use of carry forward my server 1 to server 2? Then again, one more thing. Second thing, nullifying the object. String s2 is equal to how are you is there. S is equal to null. Then you are nullifying the object. That means you do no more you are not using it. You're not using that object. What is the use of carry forward from here to here? Then this kind of things JVM will check before flushing into the survivor one or older generation. Okay, this is in this part here we have a paramgen memory. Paramgen memory. This paramgen memory they removed as part of the 1.8 as part of the 1.8 they have added a meta space. Meta space. This is what I want to teach you. Okay. Meta space they have added 1.8. Okay. They removed a paramgen memory. In meta space where it will be there in your system memory. Previously it was there in the JVM memory. JVM default memory is 2 MB to 64 MB. 64 MB. But if you want to increase, you can increase using XMS command or XSS command is there. That commands we can use it. JVM memory we can increase for 1 GB to 2 GB or 64 MB to 1 GB or 5 GB or 60 or 10 GB. Whatever you want, you can increase it. There is a one more feature called they have added a meta space uh, instead of uh, instead of paramgen memory. That is a Java 8 second feature. Now third feature. Java 8 actually has map internally, has map internally, internal implementation, linked list only. Linked list when you retrieval very very slow because it's starting from first. Each and every time, for example, this is the linked list, this is the linked list. Okay, this is a what? This address is 101.0.103.104.105. Then address is this is the date. For example, 10. This address is going to the here. 20 data. This is address is going there. 30 data. This is address. 40 data. This is address. This is doesn't have anything. Null you can say. Now I want to retrieve the data from the linked list. What we are doing? First node, second node, third node, fourth node, fifth node. If node dot next is equal to null, there is no node. Right. What happened when you retrieval in hash map internally you're using only linked list, then my performance is order of n. Due to this, they're changing maybe time complexity, time complexity order of n. They don't want use because due to this, maybe our Java performance is very slow. Then they have introduced balanced tree, balanced tree, balanced tree. While retrieving the data, what is the performance order of log of n, order of log of n, order of log of n. That is the one more feature they have added. A third feature. What is that? They removed internal implementation of hash map linked list to balanced tree. Okay, this is the second feature. Now what we'll do, could you please jump into the next link so that uh, did you record at this session? Yes, I think so. Now what I'll do,